OK，开始了。All right, I have started. OK, hello everyone. For those who are watching, this is the General Chemistry first tutorial session. 这是普通化学一的演习课。OK, a little bit introduction of about myself. My name is Chen Hao Ye. 我是叶建豪 and my department is chemistry, and I'm currently a junior. 那我是化学系大三。And this is my email if you have some problems to ask me about, and you can use this email address. Now, and I am not a formal teaching assistant assigned by the department. I come to Professor Yu, 我自己来找刘敬慧老师, voluntarily to handle the tutorial session because this is service learning. 那其实这是服务学习. Then it may be a little bit weird for you, but actually, I'm hoping to gain some experience. So if you do not resent, you can. I wish I can help you a little bit. Okay, about the TA session. In each chapters, I might select 5 to 10 problems in the chapters. For example, later on, I will talk about this. I'll talk about the fourth chapter, and I select about 5 problems later. So each chapters I will talk about maybe 5 to 10 problems, which is more challenging. So in chapter 4, the problem I selected is all from challenging problem. And this course will not have any physical class unless there's an announcement. So if I do not say anything and I do not send any emails, then the TA session will be recorded previously and uploaded to YouTube, and I will announce that you can watch it. Okay, and here's an important part. Please use the correct textbook. You know, Zamdo has like maybe 10 or 9 edition, but the 8th edition is the most complete in chemistry because like kinetics or thermodynamics, it has a large reduction in the later edition of the chemical principles. So majorly, you'll be using this textbook, Chemistry Principle 8. But there's a more new edition is like this. This is like the 10th edition, but the content inside of this 2 textbook is very different because, as I say, there's a major reduction in some chapters. So the problem set is not completely same as well. So okay, I will focus on the challenging problem, which means if I think the problem is more easy, then I will not explain about it. So later on, I would talk about the chapter 4 challenging problem. So if you do have any other problems, you can send me emails, and I might, if I have time, I reply you. But please, this course has a major teaching assistant. 那这门课是有一个主要的助教his name is Chen，那他姓张，那我忘记他全名叫什么了。And I think he has offered a TA office hour, and you can use it as well. Okay, so later on, let us begin our tutorial session today. And first, let's talk about 119 problem. Okay, so zinc and magnesium metal each react with hydrochloric acid according to the following equation. The equation is like this. Okay, a 10-gram mixture of the zinc and magnesium is reacted with stoichiometry amount of hydrochloric acid. So, okay, which means due to this part, what does it mean? It means that there's a mixture of these two, and it added hydrochloric acid, and happens the reaction like this. Due to this part, I think there's no question about this. Okay, then the reaction mixture is then reacted with 156 ml of 3M silver nitrate to produce the maximum possible amount of silver chloride. So what does later happen? Okay, the mixture of this two, zinc chloride and magnesium chloride added what? Added this. And then happens some exchange and turn into like this. This is what happened. Okay, and we have given a clue that the concentration of the silver nitrate is 3 m, and this is also known as molarity. And the definition is mean. There are 3 moles inside 1 liter of AgNO3 aqueous solution. So we can calculate how many moles inside of 156 ml. So which means we can set up an equation like this: X moles inside 0.156 liters. Okay. All right, then we can find out that the answer of this is, let's see what we have here. Okay, we can calculate this later. Okay, so basically, we can set the first question asked, determine the percentage magnesiums by the mass in original mixture. The original mixture. All right. Okay, let's do so. So what does it happen? Like, okay, finally, this 2 has turned into this. Clear enough? So we know that the moles of silver is equal to the moles of chlorine. So based on the stoichiometry, it is pronounced like this. Oh my God. So based on the stoichiometry, when we take a look about how many moles are there in the silver, it will be the same as chlorine. And let's see. These 2 contribute over here. Is that clear enough? Okay, then we can see that the moles of zinc will contribute to 2 moles of chlorine inside of this aqueous solution. So basically, what does it happen? You put the zinc inside of this cup, and then you put some AgNO3 over here, silver nitrate over here, and then you have a product of silver chlorine. So basically, if you find the moles of the silver, you can find the moles of the chlorine. And by the stoichiometry, the zinc is half of the moles of the chlorine. 那用中文讲一次的话，那就是这边氯的末数去除以2的话，就可以得到这个锌。那这边氯的末数去除上2的话，就可以得到镁。If you calculate the chlorine's moles and you divide it by 2, you can get the moles of zinc. And if you divide it by 2, over here, you can get the moles of magnesiums. Okay, so what do we do now? Okay, in the first question, let X is the mass of Mg, and let 0.0 minus X is the mass of what? Zinc. Okay, so let's calculate this. Okay, so we all use gram as the weight. Okay, so okay, X divided by 24.31 is the mole of magnesium. Okay, so and you times 2, then you can get the moles that is gained from this reaction. 那你先算这个镁的这个末数，那你乘上2之后呢，你就会得到这个氯化镁是多少。Okay, then you can get how many silver, moles of silver from this reaction. And later on, 0 minus x divided by 65.38. And you times 2. And you can also get the moles, you can get the moles of the silver ions. Okay, so this is the total silver ions that you calculated from here. Let's change the color. Okay, so later you have to calculate how much silver in this. So, okay, this is quite simple. So because we know that molarity of 3 equals to this, x divided by 0.156. So this is quite easy, and you can what? You can simply 3 times 0.156, and you can easily gain how many grams of magnesium and zinc inside of this. So after a basic calculations, what you can find is that x equals to 3.13, and will be 6.87. All right. Okay. I think this is easy enough. So the part A quotient will be 10 of 3.13. So it's 31.3% of magnesium. All right. That's all. Okay. In the part B quotient, let's see. Okay. If there is 78 ml of HCl was added, which is the concentration of the HCl. So this is the continuous, this is continue of the problem A. So it is basically asking how many chlorine is contributed to this. Okay, so what we can calculate is right over here. Okay, this is how many. This is how many silver was gained.那用中文讲的话，这边就是银离子这边弄出来的个数。Okay, we have known from the problem A that the moles of silver will be equal as the moles of chlorine. Again, the moles of silver will be the same as moles of chlorine. All right, so we can know that the silver moles is like this. Okay, and later on, we know that this will be 0.468. Okay, so this is the moles of the chlorine ions, and it will be the same as the moles of HCl ions or molecules. Then we can know a thing that the molarity of HCl will be equal to, this is mole, and divided by what? 78 ml. Because we have to change it into liters, so later on we can calculate it. This is a 6m of molarity. Okay, this is the end of 119 problem. So let's talk about how to use the calculator to calculate this. What? You have to calculate this, but if you do not know how to use the calculator effectively, so then you will have to spend a lot of time doing the calculations. So again, basically, I'll teach you how to use this. Okay, first, you open your calculators like this, and then you'll want to type an equation inside of this calculator. And first of all, you have to know something that when you select alpha, and then you press this X, then it will appear an X on this. But if you just press this button without pressing alpha, it will appear like this. Oh shit, sorry, it will appear like this. Okay, so if you know about this rules, then you can start it to type your equation inside your calculator. So first, what you have to do is type your equation like this, and the trickiest part is over here. When you're finishing the equation, you have to press alpha again and press this, because the red means I want to type the red one inside of my calculator. So after finish typing your calculator like this, you want to solve it. Then if you want to solve it, what you have to do is first press Shift button, and then press the solve button, because you change the color into this yellow one, and you press the Shift button, and it will solve this equation for you. Okay, after doing this, it's not over. You have to press this equal button, and then it will pop out your answer to you. So as we previously explained, the X is equal to 3.13 over here, 3.13. So basically, this is the end of this problem.